All right, welcome back to a special edition 90 Minutes on Film. It is me, Wacko, with C.E. Garcia.
Yes, sir.
And Gabe Lobo.
Hey!
There he is. He's awake.
I like it.
Ooh.
We thought you were asleep
No.
after watching this movie.
Oh. But I almost nodded off.
Almost. So
Yes.
So we had a
I think
special outing.
Wacko actually maybe threw some popcorn at me.
Yeah, we looked over a couple times.
I think so. Yeah, we did
Yeah.
look over a couple times, and, it's just like,
It's like, that motherfucker's asleep. I got to watch it. He's got to watch it.
you know what I mean? We might as well just jump right into it. We are doing The
Believer.
Exorcist.
Yes.
Believer, sorry.
Is that Catherine's heartbeat? They're beating in sync.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
We'll see you next
This is a
time.
great one.
I would like to start this episode off with a quote from the late, great William Friedkin. William Friedkin told film critic Ed Whitefield on Twitter that the guy who made those new Halloween sequels is about to make one of my movies. That's right. My signature film is about to be extended by the man who made Pineapple Express. I don't want to be around when that happens.
Fuck.
But if there's a spirit world and I can come back, I plan to possess David Gordon Green and make his life a living hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he did it.
I think, yeah. I mean, the trailer, when
The first trailer.
the first trailer,
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was
I'll
like,
say the
okay,
same.
but again, it is a trailer. They got the pieces that can just make it look what it
They
is.
threw the little
Right.
piano
They did what they
motif
did.
in there.
They tickled the pickle,
And they did it well, huh?
and they did it
Because
well.
I remember getting the text message and it was like, we should watch this movie together and do a special
and
episode.
This was the first time that we actually accomplished to be
That.
able to watch it all together.
Yeah, we all went together. It was
Yeah.
a
And
little
what a
outing.
fucking
Yeah, because
choice
usually you
it
guys go
was.
without
Yes.
me. So
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Well, we invite you. You just never show up.
No, you
Right,
just don't
right.
care.
He's just always here.
Yeah.
And then, that being said, and then also, of course, I mean, The Exorcist is like probably one of my all-time favorites. And then Chris just recently seen the
Yeah, the
original.
first. Yeah, that's why I thought it would be
Right.
when you said this, and then I saw the trailer too, and I was like, "Dang, this actually looks pretty good." And you guys said that, I was like, "Wow, it's serendipity. We should go fucking see this movie."
Yeah.
And that's when I thought of like, "Fuck, I've never seen The Exorcist. I should watch The Exorcist, and then we'll watch the new one.
Yes.
and we'll see how they compare." Sadly, there was no fucking comparison whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Nope.
I
Yeah.
mean, and off the bat,
Well, the name's like kind of the same.
That's about it.
right?
Yeah, the music. And that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And then it says based on characters by
Yes.
William Peter Blatty, but that's about it.
Yes.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is a tough one. This is tough to even start.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I don't really know what more to say.
Yeah,
But, I was gonna say real quick.
Okay.
We were sharing because we have our own little DM within the Instagram that we kind of share things
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
And stuff.
Oh, yeah.
When we were just sharing reviews, and
And we're like, oh, fuck.
I was like,
It was going
damn.
downhill quickly.
I was just like,
so the media embargo. So the movie came out October 7th, October 8th. So we saw this movie 2 weeks ago. And the media embargo was lifted on a Thursday. The movie premieres on a Thursday night, technically Friday. So
Right.
that is a clear-cut sign that this was not a good movie.
Yeah.
And then from there, I started getting all the reviews, started sending it to you guys. I'm like, oh, man, Sunday is not going to be good,
I thought you were
guys.
going to cancel.
Nah, because, sometimes when movies get their reviews that are so bad, I'm like, I got to see this for myself.
yeah, because
Okay.
there's movies that people will be like, oh, this and that, because critics are one thing, and
Yeah.
critics, in my opinion, critics don't really know shit. They're fucking purists, and they have their own idea of what a movie
Fuck,
is.
so I'm a critic?
yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
You might be the
would make
worst
a,
one.
You would make a great critic, and I would be like, God, this guy's review again.
Like,
Yes.
I'm not unsubscribe.
Yes.
Unsubscribe.
So that's just my opinion, and I think I'm right. So, fuck the critics.
Right.
But then, just in general, like when people go check it out, that I follow that are like us, and they kind of make their comments, and sometimes I'm like,
I don't know if I can believe them. Or...
Well, no, because some of them are Chris's. And
and then some of them are Gabe's, right? Which is a little more, a little more embracing, right?
Yeah. So I always, go in like, let me see it because I get you because I understand what you like. Like, I get it. Yeah. And I when I go in, I'll be like, it wasn't too bad. No, man, it was across the board, just pretty much what everyone was saying. And I actually was like, wow, critics, I'm with you on this one.
I remember, I hate when people talk during movies. But you and me were fucking talking so much, dude.
No way, Chris. You don't like it when people talk during movies?
Gabe.
Yeah.
I know.
Gabe.
No, it was not like that. You were like...
No. It's like, Gabe, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Gabe.
Yes.
He's not sleeping.
I know.
Are you sleepy yet?
Exactly.
And to me, Wacko's like, what the fuck? Like, that fucking volume. What the fuck? Oh, come on. Oh, shit, man.
I mean, yeah.
So I follow some of the guys. One of the podcasts I listen to is the Epic Film Guys. So shout out to them.
What up?
And they fucking did a spoiler-free review like on the Friday before we were gonna go see it. And I was like, damn, we're in for it. Like, because they were just tearing this movie apart, dude. But yeah, shout out to them. I don't know. I mean, should we just dive in?
Let's go for it.
See what we got.
Get out of here, man. So, directors, writers. Chris, what do you got?
So, director was David Gordon Green. I don't know if you guys watch Righteous Gemstones on HBO.
Yes.
No.
They did Righteous Gemstones. I think he did Vice Principals also.
Yes.
And then he is responsible for the latest Halloween trilogy. I think that's all
Pineapple
you got.
Express.
Pineapple Express.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, so there you go.
That's a different thing, though. So,
but
I did do Stronger.
I never saw that when I heard that's a good movie.
It's good.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's a drama, right?
Yes.
And so now everybody's like, well, now he's done 5 horror films. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I like 2018 Halloween. I like portions of Halloween Kills.
Don't tell me like anything of
Halloween Ends was an atrocity. Like, I hated that fucking movie.
That's where everything ends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's over.
So we got David Gordon Green, and then you have, again, the writers are, again, the guys that were responsible for the latest Halloween trilogy. David Gordon Green, Scott Teems, who's known for Firestarter, which was a fucking shitty movie that came out last year.
The recent one, right?
Yeah, the recent one.
I was so disappointed when I saw that.
Horrible. He did Halloween Kills. He did Insidious: The Red Door, which I didn't see that one. Danny McBride, again. We all know Danny McBride.
He's fucking fantastic.
He is,
He's
but
great.
I guess he just can't write stories, horror movie stories.
I remember in the theater,
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when we were watching the credits, and this fool's all like, "Are you fucking serious?"
It's Danny McBride. He's great at everything.
Because there's no opening credits, right? It's like the other one.
Straight to it.
No.
Yeah. So those are the guys responsible that we have to choose or have to thank for this.
Yeah, but Danny McBride brought back Halloween, and the first one that you were talking about was good.
Yeah,
and then they got worse, of course.
I think the second one. So the pandemic effect worked against them in this case, like because they were able to sit and look at Halloween Kills, keep editing it, keep adding, keep changing. When you got a movie like Into the Spider-Verse, who had the pandemic and it was amazing. The Batman, same thing. They were like, okay, we got time to spend on this. Avatar 2.
But do you think because of the genre and just, like Batman and Spider-Verse, compared to like a horror film?
I don't know. Sometimes it's, and you can probably, attest to this, like when you're creative, sometimes it's best to create and then walk away.
Yeah.
The longer you have with a piece, you start, if you're a painter, you start to add more to it. It starts to look bad. You add too much and you're like, man, I should have started over, but it's too late.
You can really gear off road easily with a horror film compared to like Batman and even Spider-Verse. Because that's more of an animated in a sense.
I don't know. Like with the Batman,
creativity, freedom. There's no. You can do anything with that. You can create.
You think you got the Batman, so you got DC and Warner Brothers are holding the reins of this creative. but it came out really well. And then you have a movie like the Halloweens and this one, and you got a very loose studio who trusts this guy, and look what you get.
Yeah.
But then again, you got Reeves, and look at his. Is
it hard to make a horror film though?
I think
make a good horror film. I think you'd look at the original Halloween, good. Exorcist, good. But like you can name 25 really good movies versus a handful of really good horror movies.
Yeah.
So is it difficult to make them?
I don't know. I mean, and I think it's probably difficult to make a horror movie with a property that's so beloved as The Exorcist.
Sure.
Which is, I think that's what happened to Halloween. It's like, it's very beloved and, they fucked it up. Well, who knows? I mean, maybe a new person that just got into Halloween might love them. I might be wrong. That's why I wanted to see this one, because I don't really have any attachment to the original Exorcist.
Yeah.
I did watch it recently and I thought it was fantastic. So I wanted to see, okay, let's see how far they've come in 50 years. Oof. That was a tough choice, man.
Did you see the spider walk?
Just on what I posted on Instagram.
Okay. All right.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
You got to get to that. All right, let's just dive in this, man. Yeah. Estimated budget?
$28 million was the estimated budget. Opening weekend, they made $26 million. As of right now, worldwide gross is $46 million. However, I think their company's name is Roughhouse. So it's like Roughhouse, Universal, and Peacock have paid over $400 million for the rights to the Exorcist franchise.
Wow.
Yeah. And their hopes was to get David Gordon Green to do a trilogy. And last podcast, we were like, how is, William Peter Blatty still, making money off The Exorcist? Well, there you go.
There you go.
It's $400 million right now.
It's a Blumhouse movie too. So imagine how much money they're making. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, crazy.
I don't know, dude. And as of right now, the tentative sequel title is The Exorcist Deceiver.
In 2025.
In 25.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
If it makes it.
It's going to make it. I mean, they've already doubled their budget practically. So
Jesus.
You got to think, if by the time it ends, they're going to make, after DVD sales and streaming, it'll probably make $125 million. You times that by 3, you've almost made back what you wanted to do. I'm pretty sure they'll do a whole bunch of other promotions. So I don't know if David Gordon Green will stick with it, but it's definitely coming.
Hopefully not.
Yes. Yeah. He needs to go back to what he was doing.
Well, all right. Best part of this movie.
In credits.
I actually put down that the first 2/3 of the movie, I was kind of invested into the movie. It moved okay. It wasn't really that bad.
At what point did it jump the tracks for you?
It was the last third of the movie.
Oh, so the third act?
The third act.
Okay.
And then when they actually started getting into the exorcism.
So spoilers, we're going to spoil this movie. If you want to watch this,
just go for it.
If you want to watch this movie, don't listen to this podcast. So there will be spoilers. You can go ahead and talk about whatever you want to talk about.
So it was that last third when they actually got into the exorcism and the way they kind of all put the way they put it all together and the people that were involved with it and the whole
the Avengers assemble.
Exactly.
That's what I remember. I was telling him,
dude,
is this the Avengers?
Yeah,
dude. Like multiple religions all coming together.
The best part is when the Catholic priest walks in. It was like, I'm here now.
Yes,
and all of a sudden it's like,
yeah,
Catholic.
Dude.
Yes, let's go.
Captain Catholic.
Came in, right.
Captain Catholicism.
And then all of a sudden it was just changing. And he's just like, yeah.
Oh, man.
It wasn't until Linda Blair came in at the end.
The
and then
fucking final scene.
The final scene. Then it was like, yes. Well, at least the 4 of us that went.
Yeah.
I know Moses didn't make it because I don't know, some bullshit about like I have to work or something. But
he didn't want to go.
We all clapped when Linda came in because he was scared. So I get it.
Yeah.
Working.
Do you think that maybe that Linda should have came in a long time ago?
I think actually the timing
we'll
was
get
good.
to that. Let's get to that.
Okay.
I think the timing was good. The timing was
good. You think so?
He would have been a nicer guy.
Yeah, whatever, I guess so. For me, the best part is when Chris got stabbed in the eyes. Not this Chris. I'm sorry.
No. Okay. Is that what you're really saying the best part of this movie?
I mean, everything else is just like whatever to me, to be honest.
Yeah,
to me, it's just because it kind of like, it tapped in a little bit into like the old school. You know what?
So to spoil it for the listeners, Ellen Burstyn,
right,
as Chris McNeil. She does show up. She's in the movie about 10 minutes, and she comes face to face with one of the possessed girls, and she gets stabbed in the eyes with fucking crucifixes, and then she's out of the to
Yeah,
well,
she's sitting.
She's
on the sidelines,
dude.
She's
my god,
feeling everything that's happening.
We should have changed this to the worst part of the movie, because I'm like watching. I'm like, what the fuck? She has like these exorcism powers. Like she's laying in bed and she's like, she's feeling it. She's raising her hands. She's doing like the Doctor Strange. I'm like, wait a minute,
that was
what the fuck is that shit?
Well, she's done a bunch of research.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
I've had 50 years of research.
It happens.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe she was just seeing a different movie.
Well, so going to the next category.
So, ask anyone involved in production, you know, why, who the fuck, what.
I'd said, why the fuck did they stab Chris McNeil in the fucking eyes, dude? Like, why, dude? You know, and Jesus Christ, like, and the other big what the fuck was his neighbor, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Just the character in itself.
Yes.
Is the big, just huge question mark. I mean, you know, if there's something going on between those two guys, I'm all for it. Cool. But the guy was just fucking out of place, dude. Like, you could have...
Bro, he was kind of weird.
You could have combined his whole character into so many other people. Like, he's a plot device just to get the voodoo priestess in his fucking house, which is another thing that's like...
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why not just make the priestess, whoever she is, like his sister or his sister-in-law, because they were going to Haiti in the beginning.
Yeah.
Why do you need Tony there to bring her to the house? Like, who cares?
What the fuck is that guy doing in the house in the first place?
He's got a key, bro.
I'm sorry. Ain't no one having a key to my pad.
Yeah.
The what the fuck for me was that Danny McBride. You know, it really pissed me off.
Like, what? That was
because I love that guy, right? And so
he's great.
He's great.
Acting.
Eastbound and Down. I mean,
Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones.
He's even good in Alien Covenant. You know, give him that one.
Yes, but, he's good in what the
Tropic Thunder.
The Adam or not the Adam Sandler, the Ben Stiller movie.
I don't
That's
know.
a remake. He's great in that movie as well. But so he was the writer of the story, but not the writer of the screenplay. So he developed the story, but he didn't write the screenplay.
I would have been pissed.
And yes, and you hand that over. So that was like my question to him is, you're handing your story over and that's what you get?
Like, what the
fuck,
fuck,
then you
Danny
come in as a
McBride?
producer and you can't, you're like, this is great. Like, put it up on the fucking big screen? Hell no.
Like, you signed off on that?
Yes, you signed off on this shit?
Like, me and my brother-in-law.
Come on, guy.
Me and my brother-in-law have a saying, like, whenever something bad happens on a movie, we're like, that made it past the whole committee. Like, you guys signed off on all this, and that was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, you were okay with what happened?
Dude, this is like HBO fucking Project Greenlight that was on this shit.
Even I think that shit was probably better.
Yes.
Even Ben would be like, this ain't going to
Yeah, not happening, dude.
I'm sorry. Right,
not
man.
happening.
Oscar predictions. Does anyone who gets or maybe even deserves?
It's all Razzies.
I thought the two little girls were good. I mean, I think they did some pretty heavy lifting for.
Well, they had to. I mean, obviously, you know.
I did see that Linda Blair was a technical advisor on the film. So
makes
doing
sense.
what though?
It's probably for the two girls.
The girls.
Okay.
Helping
all right.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's just give that to them.
Yeah,
I guess.
You know, I mean, I think Ellen Burstyn was still pretty good. Like, for being like 84 or 86, something like that.
Yeah.
But did you notice that when when Leslie Odom goes to her house, she has a cane?
Yes.
And then the cane's gone for the rest of the movie.
Oh shit! I didn't
The
even.
Spirit of God.
No, so there was a infamous screening of this film in April, and the reviews were so bad that it went back in for recuts and reshoots.
And it still came out like shit.
And it still came out bad, which might have been, maybe that's why she doesn't have a cane. Maybe that's why they decided to stab her eyes out.
Oh.
And then I was talking to my daughter, Samantha, and she was like, "That's weird. We went on strike in April. Who rewrote it?" I was like, that might explain a lot too.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
there probably is a lot of something behind
some
everything.
drama right there.
Yeah, that really fucked this movie up.
More so.
Yeah. Weakest link in the film?
Weakest link in the film.
Dude, I fucking disliked Father Maddox.
Dude, I got him down, dude. Father Maddox, bro.
Little whiny bitch. Didn't want to go in the fucking house.
And and Father Karras in the original is so
tough.
Yes.
And
exactly.
he's a fucking boxer.
Yes.
And like they brought this Maddox guy in, he just doesn't do shit.
No.
And he walks in there like
All of a sudden,
I'm
here.
He pulls up his pants right underneath his belly.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And he's going to do the power of Christ. No. And what happens to?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Homeboy's gone.
That's your weakest link?
That's my weakest link.
Did you have one?
I'm going to agree with you in that, but my runner-up was the dad, Tanner.
Dude, that's what I fucking put. That's
I'm
my.
sorry.
Yeah.
One thing that really kind of like, all right, you raised this child.
Oh, we shouted this in the theater when it happened.
You raised this child, and you're sitting here. The awkwardness in when she.
When they're saying you have to choose one or the other.
No. When she pees the bed.
When she pees the bed, and then he just doesn't act like a dad.
He doesn't know what to do.
Oh, yeah,
he doesn't know what to do. Like if you were just like the uncle and you're got just.
Or if your wife just died.
Yeah, it was.
But no, she died 13 years ago.
You raised this as a child. Why are you acting the way you're acting when your daughter's going through something like that?
Yeah.
There was just a lot of disconnect, I think, between them two.
Yeah, he's just not. I mean, he's a good actor. He's a Broadway actor. He's from Hamilton. I think he was nominated for Golden Globe last year.
You're talking about Leslie Odom.
Yeah, Leslie Odom Jr.
Yeah. But this wasn't me for him. I'm sorry. He was miscasted.
Totally miscast.
Yeah.
Totally miscast.
Yeah. You know what? The other thing was that I think I would have liked seeing a lot more. They didn't show anything like when she pissed in the bed. Like
it wasn't wet?
No, you didn't see nothing. They didn't even cut to that.
I think it was. I mean, so the original. It's so shocking. It's still shocking to this day.
Yeah.
She goes into the party, she pees, and you see a lot of her. You get a lot of her deteriorating the whole film, and that's like almost 2/3 of the original movie. This one, it's like. We're like all of a sudden already possessed.
Yeah.
They come back, they find the girls, hospital, home, demon.
Yeah.
There's no buildup.
Yeah. I just felt that was another opportunity to kind of really, utilize, like, show the bed, like he's looking down. You didn't even see any piss or anything. It's just like, just sniffing away. And
it's so weird because like how shocking movies are nowadays. You could tell this was like a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
Like they didn't want to show you too much. We're still going to rate it R because there's scary images and
the
horror stuff.
Demon. The whole
demon. But
everything,
we're not going to show you anything to really get you make you like watching the original. There was moments I was like, oh man.
Was it really past PG-13? You think?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Not even.
No. Yeah.
It was literally paint by numbers. Exorcism movie. Like they checked the boxes.
Yeah. Top 3 performers. I mean,
I got the girls.
Ellen and the girls, I think.
Yeah, I said Lydia Jewett and Olivia O'Neill, the two girls.
The two girls? Yeah.
I also said Raphael Sabarge as the pastor, the white guy.
Okay.
I thought he was pretty believable as like your kind of nerdy, conventional priest type guy. Like he's in there, I really got a sense that he didn't want to be there. Like when they're doing the exorcism, when it's the fucking religious team up.
He was being really challenged.
He kind of felt like he's like, I don't know if this is going to work.
Yeah.
And then when the girl, again, spoilers, when the white girl dies, I believe that he fucking felt bad that she died, but which is, it's just a complete tonal shift. Like, it's like, I don't know what movie you're in, but that's the movie I wish these people were in.
Sure.
Yeah.
What did you think of Jennifer Nettles? She's the mom, the Christian mom. She's a country singer.
She was pretty good.
She was okay. I think she did okay.
Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah. I mean, above average overall. I mean, of course, not Oscar worthy at all, but I mean, in regards to the film,
she played the part.
She played the part.
Yes. She played it.
So take out the second girl.
Mm-hmm.
Make her the wife of Leslie Odom Jr. or maybe the stepmom. I'm fucking there.
There you go.
I'm there.
There you go. Write the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm there for it.
All right. Which character is most likely to have a Twitter account?
Who do you got?
I got the single dad.
You got the single dad?
Yeah. Really?
Leslie Odom Jr.?
Yeah.
He's like hollering at the girls?
Yeah. I mean, he's a single dad. He's a photographer.
He's like, let me take some pics.
Hey, I got your Instagram post. Yeah, follow me, baby. Follow me.
Sounds like more or less what you usually want.
Hey.
That's funny.
What did you get?
I said, and the neighbor, because she's pretty. She comes off kind of Karen at the beginning.
The nurse?
Yeah. She's complaining about the trash
You have a
cans.
Twitter?
Well, to get on there and like complain about the black neighbor, you know what I'm saying? And then later on, she gets very preachy.
Yeah.
So I figured maybe she'd be like,
but those are people like her. They're more on Facebook, bro.
okay, well, we should change that.
Yeah.
Well, Facebook would have worked for the
Who has
single
a social
dad.
media account?
Yeah.
I think that the girls would have the Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the girls,
The kids.
pre-possessed.
Yeah.
What about post-possessed?
They're on TikTok.
They're on TikTok.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that one. We'll go. Which character is most likely to have a social media?
There we go. That's I think
next
more
time
idea.
we'll change that.
Can you see their TikToks and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Before we move on to the next category, I have a category. The Monday. What happens on Monday?
What happens on Monday? I think the detective rolls up because at the very end of the movie.
Yes, because we all kind of talked about this.
Yeah.
After. That's why I'm asking you.
So, audience, at the end of the movie, they're asked to choose, and Leslie Odom Jr. beats the white couple to the choice, chooses to save his daughter, and the white girl dies.
Yeah.
Then then they're like, call the fucking police because the priest's neck got twisted off his fucking body.
Yep.
Cops show up. I think the detectives are like, that's a nice story, but everybody's going to jail.
Exactly right.
You got a fucking dead girl who should have been in the hospital. The other girl who got home from the asylum magnificently. They don't show her get out of the car. They don't show the orderlies being like, are you sure you want to take her home, Dad? Because she's not right.
I mean, first off, no one's going to let any of these damn kids out of the
No.
The cops are just rolling up. You got a dead priest, dead girl, other girl who should be in the asylum. The two parents look like they obviously killed the girl. Like, everybody's going to prison.
Yeah, everybody's going down.
Yeah, everyone's going down.
Monday, they're all in fucking jail.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, the daughter's back in the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, shit. Independent thoughts, personal ranking.
Oh, yeah. Personal ranking, 4 out of 10. I did want to see how far away from the original movie that they have traveled, and I think they've traveled pretty far away.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I may never watch this movie. Me and my daughters do like to hate watch films. I may hate watch this one.
That's on the list.
Maybe. I mean, like
it might not even make the list.
It might not make the list.
Wow.
But I've watched like all the Michael Bay Transformers, and I told myself I'd never watch them. But I was like, it's fun to just talk shit to them. I don't know if this one is fun though.
No,
was this movie
this is
fun to
not.
talk
No,
shit?
it's
Like I can't watch this movie like, oh my god, they should have done this. Like it's ugh.
See, but Transformers stuff,
It's a spectacle.
It's entertainment. This year, I'm not gonna sit and
You
go
were
through the
so
whole
were
thing.
you scared at all during this movie?
No.
Only part I didn't like is when they were pulling off the fucking toenails.
Need
That was
more
like,
of that.
Oh god, that shit was fucking nasty, dude.
So I came up with a 3.5
All right.
on the movie, and I actually wrote down the note because I didn't realize that they sold it for $400 million already to Peacock.
Yeah.
And so my question was, do they do rewrites on the movie that's coming out?
Oh yeah, and
or do they put it on the shelf? Can they make the next one that's coming out? Can they make it better? They have to. I mean, it's not getting released until 2025.
Yeah, you got time to save it.
They have to do something.
But here's my question:
different.
Are you gonna go see it?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They already. It's already done.
It's sold already.
It's done.
So there was an
It's
article that popped up on my Google. It said David Gordon Green might not end up directing any more Exorcist reboot movies.
Good.
For reasons we can't possibly imagine, it sounds like David Gordon Green, and I think they're being sarcastic. It sounds like David Gordon Green might not end up directing 2 more Exorcist movies after Believer. Green and Universal have some wiggle room here, and it doesn't necessarily mean he's been fired. Let's see. During his press junket for this film, he said, we are navigating potential future movies from a story perspective. So they are diving back into the story.
Okay.
And that he's going to be looking at my realities of life as he switches between The Exorcist and Righteous Gemstones. He says he'll be thrilled if things work out and he can make his next movie, but he's not officially on board yet.
Wow. That means they're giving him a payout for him to leave.
Yeah, they're like, they're honestly, they're probably like, we're still going to bring you on as executive producer, and you'll still get a chunk of the back end, but we don't think we want you to work on it.
We don't want you making this one.
Yeah, they're just going to have him on the sidelines. That's about it.
You just put his name on it.
Yeah, that's about it.
You gonna watch it ever again?
No, I'm done with that. I don't even think I'm going to give the next one a chance, to be honest. After watching this, I give this a maybe a 2.8 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
that's low.
Maybe 3.
Can you pick one Exorcist movie, not necessarily in the franchise, but something that's better than this that you've seen?
As far as...
Like an Exorcist of Emily Rose.
Emily Rose, that was good.
That's a good one?
There you go. That one's a good one right there, yeah. And after seeing this, I am not a believer.
You're a disbeliever.
Yes. Total disappointment,
dude. It's crazy, man. Like, and that's just how
I'm so excited about this.
It shows you how the
I
power,
was so hyped.
The power of a trailer. Like, it's so misleading sometimes.
Once again, the trailer does it.
But there was, this is a bold choice, and I do commend any director or filmmaker that does this. There's no score in the film, I think, until he sees Chris McNeil. But I think in this case, it played against it. It made the movie feel like it was like 3 hours long.
Yeah,
because it
wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was like under 2 hours. There was no music until you passed the halfway point. It's very minimalist, even when it does come in, but it just made the movie fucking drag. And I found myself. I was looking over at my daughter's boyfriend went with us. And he was just like, it looked like he had a headache, And then we're driving back, and he's not a movie watcher, but even he was giving me instances of things they could have done to change this movie and made it better. And I was like, fuck, see, you don't even like movies, and you did that in like 5 minutes.
A guy who doesn't like movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, he just had all these. He's like, man, they could have gotten rid of this guy. They could have made it together. Like, why were they in Haiti? It's like, yeah. And why did they use the horrible, terrible earthquake that happened in Haiti in 2010 as the springboard for your movie? That's like using 9/11 as the springboard for your Exorcist movie.
Fuck you, Danny McBride.
But you know what I'm saying?
I love you.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like, dude, like that's tough, dude. But
all right.
Well, happy Halloween, man. Everybody. We got one more episode this month coming up, and then we'll be moving into November. So,
do you remember? Oh, that's September. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms.
Please do.
90 Minutes on Film.
Subscribe and rate.
Yep. And then also, too, you guys got your little podcast going on, which is?
We got Dogs, Fiction, and Brown. It's a podcast for fans of Tarantino, brought to you by fans of Tarantino. We should have an episode this week coming out with our man Moses here. He was the guest for Desperado, so check that out.
Yeah, man.
Desperado.
Good job, Moses.
Different movie, but
I know. But and you?
Also, Fairway Conversations, podcast for the Weekend Warrior golfer, and you can catch me on my social medias as well, at Kelly Lobo 45 and at Fairway Conversations. So hit me up, give me a follow.
Yes.
All right, cool. And then you can check out 100 Minutes on Film, which is mine's.
I thought it was
it's 180
podcast
minutes
without Gabe and Chris.
It's 180 minutes on film.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one, and hopefully you are still believing in us.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Peace out, y'all.